How much do you politic in Commander? Do you even know what politicking really is in the context of a Commander game? Well, let me explain it to you super quick so you can have an understanding for the rest of the video. Webster's Dictionary has politicking as a word derived from the word politic. Okay, we are going to do that. Politicking in Commander can be summed up by how you interact with the other players at the table. This can be situations like making a deal with an opponent, telling an opponent to not swing at you because you have removal in your hand, or any way you are talking to your opponent during a game counts as politicking. So how does one get good at politicking in Commander? How much do you talk to the other players during your Commander games? And I'm not talking about you asking your friends some dumb question about something outside of the actual game. I mean, how much do you communicate to the other players about game information while playing? Let me run you through a scenario of how important this is. Let's say you have a pod and a player just played their big scary commander, and the whole table starts freaking out, asking if anyone has removal for it. But one of your opponents is playing a token deck, and their last turn they just played a sneaky card, Champion of Lambholt. And you know that in token decks, Champion of Lambholt can be a game ender, making their entire board semi-unblockable. In the end, one of the players removed the quote-unquote scary commander, and a turn or two later, Champion made their entire token deck swing out with unblockable creatures for the win. And how many times have you heard someone tell you, after you won a game for instance, I knew that card was scary and I should have removed it? Number one, that person is annoying as hell. And number two, if you know that a card is a problem, do not keep it to yourself. You should tell the table, hey, I know that this commander that just got played is scary, but Champion of Lambholt is on the board and their token generator is already online. This is a big problem too. Now, not only do you tell the table about the problem you know is on the board, but you also take twice as much pressure off yourself. Not only is everyone worried about the commander that just got played, but now everyone at the table also has to consider the problem you just proposed. And in a sense, this is what politicking in Commander really is at its core, your ability to communicate information with the other people at the table. But now, that doesn't always mean sharing information with everyone, but also how well you withhold information from people just as much. The best way I can explain this is how good are you at making deals? No deal in a Commander game is ever truly balanced. One person always gets the short end of the stick, so how do you make sure you aren't the one getting screwed over? A key to getting good at deals is understanding that Magic players are super nerds. And I don't mean this in a critical way, but more of in the fact that players that make great deals are super specific with their wording. Let's say that someone just asked you on your turn, hey, if you don't attack me this turn, I won't swing at you with my commander for 2 turns. Now, tell me how you just got screwed over. Did you see it? Let's see. Why did this person have to specifically say they won't swing at you with just their commander for 2 turns? Why didn't they just state they just won't swing at you? This tells me that they have some juicy creatures in their hand that they want to have swing at us, and if we accept this deal, it wouldn't even be wrong of them to do so. And noticing how your opponents phrase their deals is a great way to understand how someone is trying to get a leg up on you. Ask them counter questions. Why just your commander? I'll do it if you swing nothing at me for 2 turns, ensuring that you aren't getting screwed over. And sometimes I get pushback, or the player that asked the original deal can get defensive and say that it doesn't matter. And ladies and gentlemen, if it doesn't matter, they wouldn't be making a big deal about it. So now we speed ran how you can politic deals and relay information to the table. But what do you do whenever the table is all out against you? And to be completely blunt, sometimes you just aren't able to talk your way out of this. If you've done enough damage or have pissed off a table hard enough, no matter how much talking you can do will stop them from trying to crack back at you. But in some instances, you can pull it back and try to keep the other players from teaming up on you. And what I love to do in these situations is try and see if I can make another opponent benefit from me staying in the game. The best way to do this is to see if anyone has any combat damage triggers on their creatures. You can tell someone, I'll let you swing the Jackal at me to help you ramp and not block it if that's the only thing you swing at me for 2 turns. Now you give that opponent an incentive to benefit off of you staying alive. Once again, you can make the deal more geared towards them by saying that you also won't swing at them for those amount of turns, you won't target them with any removal, etc. But when you are in a situation where everyone knows you are in the lead, you need to find a way for someone to need you to stay alive. This can also be as easy as once again trying to pin the threat on someone else. Actually, most of the time whenever you're in the lead, you will need to throw someone else under the bus. Maybe you're able to find a valuable card on someone else's board that went unnoticed because of your current lead. Like maybe you can tell the table how someone just played Impact Tremors that went unnoticed because of your huge lead, and even if you are taken out soon, they can just make a load of tokens to ping everyone else for damage and win the game. And to once again be completely honest with you, this won't work as much as you want it to. Most of the time, being in the lead in a commander game means that everyone else at the table knows you're in the lead, and you trying to ask for deals is often people knowing you ran out of gas and are easy to be taken out. But being a good politicker at a commander table isn't about winning every deal, it's knowing how to and always trying. And if you can take just one thing from this rant I've been going on about, it's that words are a resource as much as your cards are. Not everyone knows that a card like Champion of Lambholt is a game ender if given enough time to set up, so being able to convey how something is a problem is not only going to stop that player from potentially winning, but also keep the pressure off of you. And if anyone wants to get these sweet cardboard rectangles and wants to support the channel, you can click on our TCG player link to get these cards and throw us a bone while doing so. It's a great way to support us while also doing the thing you're already doing and buying cards with no additional cost. And if you liked my rant about how to talk to people when playing Magic, be sure to hit the subscribe button and join our Discord for more. But until next time, have a good one.